OMG. Hi, everybody. This is not right. How's it going, guys? It's been a moment. It's been 3 weeks, pretty much, since I did one of these live stream. Now, I know I'm late. I know I'm overexposing everything. I know I didn't start up my iPad. I'm so busy. And, okay, story time. Let me grab a coffee. Let me open up my iPad so I can see the chat. I can see what you guys... no internet for some reason. Internet seems to work. I see some people in the chat. I see some stuff going. Hi. Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on. I'll be there in a few seconds. I miss you guys in the chat. Seriously. I spent a couple minutes, hour of my resting days to think about you guys. Think about how people used to like these live stream and when I should do them again. I don't know who's going to turn up today because this is really out of my usual stream times. I'm usually doing the streams on Monday and I usually do them around 1:30 p.m. So we'll see who joins and who doesn't. But those of you who are here and those of you who watch in playback, thank you. I really appreciate that you guys take some time of your day to listen to that stuff. Okay, story time. 2 weeks ago, after the live stream, actually, it was on a Tuesday, I had a car accident. I posted some picture of the car accident, and some of you may understand by watching my other live stream that I did after that, I didn't realize that I had a concussion. If you watch my random live stream that I did the day after that, because I needed to rest, because I felt like my body went through a good physical shock. I had my seatbelt mark, bruise here. And only 24 after the fact, I realized I had a concussion. So this is when things got downhill. It took me 2 weeks before I could pretty much look at a screen. And even now, I'm getting tired faster, mentally tired, not physically, but I'm getting mentally tired faster. And I'm also, sometimes I have small memory loss still. So it was a big hit on my brain. See it the way you want to. Maybe I was affected a little bit before, but now it got a real good shot in the teeth. Okay, that led me to why I had 2 weeks off. It's simply because I couldn't look at a screen or doing stuff with bright lights and stuff like that. Because you probably don't know how bright this room is. Maybe I'm looking a little overexposed on my head, but it's fairly bright in here, and there was no way I could stand to spend an hour looking at a screen and looking at this screen and looking at these lights in the condition that I was. So I needed to take a few week of break. And now, still busy. Life is really, really busy right now. If you're a sound engineer, a freelance sound engineer like I am, a lot of stuff happening. Life is coming back, but like every event that was postponed is just got smashed in between two other events that we had. So the next year or few years will be really, really busy for me. Good. I'm gonna make money. This is something that is uncertain when you're a freelancer, so really happy about that. But hold on. I don't know what you mean there, Luminox. I'm a dirty boy. I think you're on the wrong stream. I'll leave that to some other kind of streamers. There is, actually, if you are on the internet, you probably know that there's everything. There's always something that can motivate you to watch a different kind of stream, but I really don't want to go there. I don't have my stand for my iPad. Here we go. I'm gonna put it right there so guys, I can see you. I'm gonna look the wrong way for the chat for you, but at least I will see what's going on here. So, hey! Once I said Dad, I had a car accident. I'm getting better. My brain's getting better. Apparently, I'm not gonna stay like that though forever. So I will be fully back in shape in a few weeks if I can rest, if I can not to work too much, but probably not gonna happen. Other than that, I want to know what's the deal with you guys? How you guys doing? I want to know. I've been missing three weeks of your life. Come on. Seriously, let's talk about the Wing. And I like to talk about the news of the Wing. And if I were to resume what's going on with the Wing lately, from the developer's perspective, firmware perspective, I would say not much for the public. Hold on. Many people complain that there's no firmware update recently on Facebook. Stick around, guys. I know what's in the pipeline. I know what's coming. Stick around. I know some people are getting pissed. I'm gonna use the word pissed off here because nothing happening publicly, but I know there's some development happening in the back. Please don't panic. The Wing is not dropped. Trust me when I say, okay, think about it. The X32 is like 8 years old now, and there is still some update that are happening. The Wing is 2 years. Some of them were released in 2019, so it's not going to be dropped. They sold a lot of these consoles, and they will support it for a long time. Maybe in 5 or 7 years, if we still have bugs, which I don't think we will, they will slow down to work on these process. But trust me, the Wing is not dropped. It will take a few more years before they even think about dropping it, because this product is probably selling, or as much as they can produce right now, and Behringer need to produce gear and to sell gear to be alive. So trust me, they already spend enough money on this thing. Supporting it is only a fraction of what it already costs, so it's gonna be supported for a while still. Please, those of you for the skeptical out there, wait. I know there's some stuff been working in the back. Maybe it's not coming out at the speed that you want to. Can't do much about that. The people, keep in mind, and I had that conversation with a friend the other day. We complain about corporation not releasing stuff or not doing firmware update, but keep in mind that it's people doing this. Keep in mind that, it's people who have family and they are overloaded with work. And as much as they would like to give firmware update, they also want to get home to their kids. Like, think about it. Think about it. Imagine yourself being in a situation where you are asked to work more to deliver firmware update for a console. Think about it yourself. Do you want to not spend time with your kid and wife to provide a firmware update on a console that is working? I know it's not perfect, but it's working. Wait. Just wait, guys. It's coming. Giro Owen, thank you very much for the good word. I really appreciate those, especially since, hold on, let me put that into work mode. I love that feature from Apple. Set one device in work mode, all my other devices are now in work mode. And I can just shut everything. Looking at my iPad for your comment and not being disturbed by the amount of people that try to contact me for work and help with the console on Facebook and other stuff like that. But let's start to have a show here. What's going on? Guys, start me up on something. It's really difficult. I said that a million times. It's really difficult to just stand in front of a camera and waiting for a question to happen. Ask me something. Set me up on something so I can show my screen here and I can show you guys what's going on and show you, I don't know, how to EQ overheads. Looking at that EQ, I seriously don't know why I did that. It doesn't look right. This is more like it. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. What is it with Blackmagic and Behringer customer? About this product because of the spec and compatibility, why haven't they had the value to my product and the speed I demand? I don't know, man. I'm a really... It's funny because I'm a Blackmagic customer. The capture card that I'm using right now is a Blackmagic card. It's not... it's giving me trouble with Mac OS, but the problem is Mac OS. It's not Blackmagic. The driver that Blackmagic release worked fine. It's just that Mac OS keep on breaking them. So I don't know, but yeah. Actually, I think I can tell you, Illuminox, what's going on. Most people expect professional result from a console like the Wing Blackmagic product. They expect professional result, and speed delivery is a big thing with, I think, that breed of people. So, you know, I don't want to blame the product, but most people buying those products want result right away. You know, it's like, how do you say it? People throwing money at a problem to fix it. Sometimes money will fix it, sometimes it doesn't. So it's a hit or miss. Having a Wing, great way to throw money at a problem. You can do a lot with these console. A lot. Spending $1,000 on a capture card like I did for my camera and my camera number 3 that should be somewhere in the roof there too to deal my stuff here. I threw $1,000 for a capture card. It should work. It worked. But, you know, throwing money on a problem is not always the solution. But that explained to me a little bit why people are expecting that much. We expect Porsche speed for the money of a Kia Real Money syndrome. No. But you want your Kia to run as good. Not as fast or not as efficient, but you want your Kia to deliver the same job as your Porsche. Actually, it will. It will bring you from point A to point B. Maybe you don't have the leather bucket seat that you have in the Porsche, but it should deliver. And the thing is, if there is something wrong with your car, with your Kia, you expect it to be fixed right away. But you don't want to spend the money like you would on a Porsche. I'm a smart owner. I now have smart number 3 in the parking. Those of you who follow along. Those are dealt in Canada by Mercedes-Benz. And I'm in kind of that situation where I expect a lot from the dealer to fix thing on my car, but the premium price that go with it is a little too expensive. Here in Canada, it's $175 an hour when they work on my car. So I just go to the garage that is near my nearest garage, my mechanic, a friend of mine who was called Alex, really good guy. If you are in the Montreal region and need a garage, let me know. Otherwise, probably will never happen. But you know, and the expectation that I have, depending on the price that I pay, is the difference, I believe. But I know my friend Alex doesn't have all the tools and everything, but he can get the job done. He's not charging me $175 an hour. His rates are more modest than that. But the thing is, I still want my car, to be fixed and to work the way it should. It's just the way that I use. So Behringer is is having a high shelf product with a lower build quality, but you only have to pay the mechanic on the corner of the street price. Maybe it's going to take some time because he's probably booked a lot. Yeah, this is where I wanted to go. My Mercedes dealer can get me an appointment within 45 hours. My corner guy at the garage can only give me an appointment for the week after, and if not more. Because he's busy, because he's doing a great job at more affordable price, and his schedule is fuller. So Behringer is kind of that company. Let's be honest here. Behringer make good product that are really affordable. They do not have the leverage money-wise in their office. If they give out stuff like this console, the wing should be, it's a $5,000-ish Canadian console. It should be around 15 or 25 feature-wise for what we get. That extra money that don't go back to the head office is money that they don't have to pay people to work on those software. Let's be honest here. Those people that work want to get paid for their work. So, I don't want to go into the detail of Music Tribe salaries. Nothing to do with that. But basically what I'm saying is, if you pay for a Digico, if you pay for a Porsche, the premium that you pay is leverage for those companies to deliver stuff. I believe. It's just my personal opinion, but I believe that would be the way. So be patient. There's probably less people than you think that work on the console. There's a few, but it's not a team of 100 people and software developer that just wait to get something to update, It's people working their butt off to make this thing work. So small. I think the Behringer margin are really small versus other company, and this is how it affect the production of those console, because they do not have a team of 1,000 people working. Actually, even if they wanted to, I don't think in 2022 I don't know what happened with the system, but it's broken. And here in Canada, we miss people pretty much on every department of every business. I don't know what happened with the pandemic. I don't know who disappeared. Not that many people die, let's be honest. But nobody wants to work in restaurants anymore. Nobody wants to work in the office anymore. Nobody wants to work anywhere. Being a technician, we are half of the people that we were before pandemic. Most of them retired. I don't know what happened, but we're missing tech. Okay, I'll be honest. I just finished a meeting here with a venue that I'm working with, and we need to find solution to get people, because the thing is, we just don't have people anymore. So I think the same problem that is maybe worldwide or not, you guys are from all over the world. Guys, let me know. But maybe this is what affecting us, and this is why we have problem getting update. I don't know what's the deal with Music Tribe and if they need to hire a lot of people, but many people left for a better job and they are not in this field anymore. So if it's the case for them, that would explain to me why there's no firmware update. Question here from Gito. I hope this is how you pronounce this. Gito? I don't know, man. What Global Save does on the wing? Really good question. I will need to take a look at it, and actually, we're gonna take a look at it, because from the top of my head, I don't know what it is. Maybe if somebody in the know in the chat can give us a hint. Otherwise, we're just gonna go out and discover what's going on. The price of the wing is equivalent to 4,200 Canadian in Denmark, including 24 tax sale. Extremely good value. Yeah, they're a little bit more expensive here because we have taxes in Canada, and probably the shipping is further away. But it's roughly within $1,000. It's roughly the same thing, and it's the same market for everybody. Meaning that the PreSonus console that is cheaper over there is going to be a little more expensive too, about the same percentage here. So. Market wise, if we want to have warranty here in Canada, we need to buy in Canada. We cannot. I saw some people scoring great deal on consoles from Enderton in the UK. They ship it for dirt cheap. I think they were $1,500 less if you buy those in the UK. But you have absolutely no warranty. So touchscreen warranty, it's gone. Every advantage of paying a little more is gone when you buy from another country here. But extremely good value, like Eliminox just said. The amount of stuff that you get for that money is crazy. Come on, guys. There's a reason why Digico and Midas cost so much. Think about it. Okay, back to Global Save. Global Save right here on the recall scope. I'm gonna press it. Oh. Okay, what's going on here? This is locking. It's Global Save lock. So is it? This is a really good question, Jiro. Maybe it's more for a video because I cannot change page when I'm doing a live stream like that because I will lose sound and I will lose my switching setup that is done over MIDI from the console. When I'm switching camera like this, it's done with the custom control key here over in MIDI. But maybe I can put that on the list for a video because, yeah. This is strange. I will need to investigate that. Really good question. I don't have all the answers. Sorry. I'm just a human. I'm just a sound human like you, to take the word from Dave Rapp. I'm just a sound human, and I just need to work on this thing. Yeah, really good question, but I think it has to do with the... Okay, just for fun, I'm gonna... Is it okay? I think I got it. I think I got it. This is for you to enable, and I'm gonna take that off. This is for you to enable recall safe from a global menu, I think. Do you know what recall safe is? Is when you reload a file. Let's say that I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna take my Wing live stream setup, and I'm gonna press load. Confirm. I don't know what happened there. Did I broke everything? No. Okay. One of the failure was as moved. But when you're doing this, every channel that is in red. So for me right now, this is my microphone here, my talkback that is in 3940. This is also the aux in, the USB aux, play and return from the USB. All that stuff is not going to be changed when I load a new scene. So I think this is a way to enable fast recall safe. When you say, okay, I don't want my stuff from my main to change, and actually I don't want any part of the channel, because the way I have a video on this, I think it needs to be redone, honestly. But when you select a channel here, you need to select what in that channel is recall safe or not. So the connection is basically what the port is, the set, so that gain, config and stuff like that. The processing, so the order of the processing, EQ, compression, send to the main, send to the bus send, the mute, the pad, and the fader level. You can select what's gonna change when you put a channel on the recall safe or not. So this is a little bit of advanced feature when it comes to save or recall shows, but I believe this is it. I believe this is the global safe for that. You can see even if I take it off, it doesn't. It's not gonna recall for those channel all these parameters. I hope that answered your question, Jiro. Let me just check this. Yeah, I hope it answered your question, but I believe this is a way to do quick recall safe enable on channels. Because the other way to do it is just to select a channel, go in the home menu and press the recall safe. That will enable the recall safe. Then whatever you have selected or not selected here will recall or not in the bottom here. Just to give you an idea of the recall scope. This is, let's face it, this is complex. This reminds me of what we had on Midas, or what we have on Midas in the Pro Series, because I'm speaking of those consoles like they were from the past. A Midas Pro 2 is still a really good choice by today's standard. Not the most flexible and not the most up-to-date console ever, but if you give me the option between that and many other things, it will still be my first choice. Not versus the Wing. I think it will be... Actually, it's a debate that I had when I bought the console. What's up, Eamon Jr.? When I bought the console, I debated with the rental company that I work with if I would go out with my own console or if I will take the Pro 2 for gigs. It honestly depends on what I will do. If I'm reaching out the maximum amount of bus that is available on the Pro 2, which is somewhere around 22 if you have 2 effect. Sorry, I'm just gonna finish that and I'll be back to you, Iman. So yeah, if I'm needing more than 12 in-ear mixes or monitor mix, I will probably or 6. I don't know how many. 16 bus. So yeah, 16 bus and 8 matrices. It's 12. It's 12 in-ear mixes or a lot of monitor. But anyhow, if I'm about to reach the maximum, I will take the Wing because quality-wise, it's a step lower than the Pro Series. Feature-wise, it's a step higher. So it's kind of debatable which one I would prefer. Did I move the stream to Wednesday? No, I didn't. It's just that this week, actually now I feel strong enough to do a live stream after my car accident. 2 days ago, I was okay, but I was thinking about doing only a half an hour of live stream. But now this is the time that I have this week. I'm really, really busy. Live stream will come back next Monday and for the next Mondays after that. Maybe this summer I will skip a couple Mondays. Warn you guys, I have a really busy schedule this summer. Right now I have in the neighborhood of 80 gigs. So thank you very much for the good word, Iman. But what's up, Joe? Yeah, I'm recovering. I'm recovering good, and this summer is going to be a really busy summer. So I'll skip a live or 2, but I'll do my best to be here every Monday at 1:30. Time may change a little bit depending on my appointments. So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen with that. But yeah, no. To answer the final answer, no, the stream did not move to Wednesday. It's just. Maybe I will do some on Sundays evening for the day that I cannot be at home on Mondays because I'm gonna be traveling a lot around Quebec. I'm not really going out of Quebec. Maybe in Ontario a couple times. Actually, I think I can announce that this summer I will try to do a vlog about this. But me and the band Five Roses, we're gonna open up for Shania Twain. I don't know if you guys are really big into country music, but Shania Twain is one of the biggest country star in the world, if I believe so. And we're going to open up for her a one-timer in Ontario around the Toronto area. this summer. So I will try to bring you guys along, but maybe that week I'll be traveling, so I won't be able to make a live that. Yeah. Okay, hold on, Lunox. Yeah, maybe I won't be able to do a live that stream. What's the story behind your Route 138 Cup? The Route de Baleine is the Wales Road in Quebec. I just went there for a vacation trip. It has nothing to do with gigs, but actually this summer, with the Scout truck, I'm probably gonna go there again. The Route 138 in Quebec is one of the longest road and one of the most up north place that you can go. I went there with my big old RV last summer on vacation. Went there 2 weeks, and I did the full road. So if you guys watch my vlog and see a place where I show whales, this is the beginning basically of this is somewhere in the beginning of that road, and I did 700 or 800 kilometers more up north with my RV on that road. This is one of the longest road in Quebec. They go from south all the way up to north-ish, because let's be honest, not a lot of things happen in the north of Quebec. We're pretty much all based around the U.S. border, and a few hundred kilometers around the U.S. border, and this is where people stop to live. After that is just trees and polar bear and animals. Not much happening there. I mean, there is some people all the way up to North Pole, but yeah, I don't go there that often. But yeah, it's just a vacation souvenir. My whale cups. Any other problems that you guys had with the console when I was away for 3 weeks? I know some people reach out on Facebook about some problem. Actually, a really good one that I need to investigate a little more. Hold on. I'm just gonna take a look at my conversation that I had with a gentleman called Keith. He had a problem with his PC, it's a personal computer, not syncing up with the Wing. He clicked on safe mode on the Wing. I don't know if you're watching this video, Keith, but let me know what's going on with that. I want to know in detail what happened there, because this is maybe a bug that somebody else is going to face, and if I can do a video about it, that will be a good thing. That will avoid people had to search or contact me again. Not that I don't like to be contacted with you guys. I'm totally fine with it. This is why I'm so public about my stuff with the Wing. But yeah, if you can send me a video or give me more information on what happened with that, I would appreciate it. From Pacho, how do you guys carry your boom mic stand when you travel? 2 options. Mic stand, gig bag. I actually have one here. Hold on. I have one around here. This is a mic stand gig bag. This is made by K&M. Right now in there I only have my light fixture stand. It's good for both. And it's way cheaper than light fixture stand. So you can put 2 mic stand in there with little Velcros. And these little Velcro will help you keep your stand clean. They're not gonna knock one against another, and they're not gonna get scratched up. If you force it, you can put 3 to 4 stand into one of these. And my other option when it comes to mic stand is just to tape them together. I have a bundle that is not around here, but I just go like, feet on one side, and I just do a bunch of them together, and electrical tape, and it work. Gotta run, gotta run. So glad to see that you are getting back to normal. Thank you very much. Not too affected by the crash. I was affected before. And what you do, let me know, is I usually stick the boom ball on a C-stand. What's a C-stand? Really good question from Pancho. Have you used 4 inches PVC tube before? Yes, I did. The thing is, actually, you make me think about something else. Where I work, the rental company, we have a case for mic stand that is basically the same system as using PVC pipe together in the bottom of a road case. But our case is just about that big, 2 meters high. Stand goes all the way in from the top, and those are 4 inches squared, plywood made road case style case. So I just put everything into every spot. We have 20, I think, that fit in there, or 12, I don't remember. And on one of the sections of that case, under that, we have 2 drawers for mic, and on the smallest section, we put smaller mic stand. But we need to fold them all together and drop them in there. PVC tube is another option. I think you lose a lot of space using PVC tubing because, yes, it's going to keep the mic stand really clean, organized. But, the amount of space that you lose in between the tubes, not ideal. It's going to work. If you want to have something clean, I would personally use black tubing. I see a lot of people using the white tube to do that. But yeah, it's gonna work. Really, really, really good way to do it. But I have old mic stand that I'm keeping in the back of my car all the time. I just tape them together and drop them in the back in between the seats and call it a day. Not the professional way to do it, but definitely good. The PVC stuff is another update. If you have a truck following you around, I would recommend the Case Design or multi-case here made in Canada mic stand case. To Google that, you will find it. It's basically, like I said, a standard size case that open up the top where you can drop the mic in. But again, not ideal. Doesn't fit in the back of your car because it's too big. Really heavy road case. Yes-ish. I prefer gig bag. Because on most of my gigs, I only use mic stand for vocal. My drum overheads are done with LP claws from Latin Percussion. I have 4 of those that I clip around the kit. I also have clip on for everything. Most of the guitar now are DI or just 1/4 inch out of a aux box or Behringer, not Behringer, Line 6 device or Axe FX or Kemper or Modeler. So no more guitar stand there. And after that, vocal stand. So 1 stand per guy. So if I only have to bring 4 stand on a gig, my bass drum isn't a plate, so I just drop it in. Everything else is clipped. So yeah, I just bring a gig bag or 2. Let's say that I want to have clean mic stand, brand new mic stand, just drop them in. How do I route the headphone/monitor to wireless in-ear monitor that plug in on stage? Hold on. What do you say there, He-Man? How do I route the headphone/monitor to a wireless in-ear monitor that plug in on stage? Okay. So you basically want to use a wireless in-ear. Sorry, didn't get your question right away. I don't know. You plug them in. I mean, you need to have a transmitter and a receiver when it comes to in-ear monitor. If you're looking for a budget one, I recommend the Shure PSM 300, the Pro version with the Pro Bell Pack. This is what I personally use, or I personally used to use when I was in a cover band playing guitar. And you just give it two output, one for left, one for right. You make your bus stereo, and that's basically it. Try to stay away from all the Bluetooth cheap device. I mean, it's not worth it, because in-ear monitoring is something that is really important to work all the time. If when you have in-ear cutting on you, it could be a disaster. So please try to spend money on these. Sennheiser also make really good in-ear transmitter and receiver, but you need a complete system. It's a complete system that is sold together. The half rack most of the time, transmitter, and a body pack or a belt pack that you clip on you that has a volume. You need to have those run over. It's the, how do you call those frequencies? It's in the megahertz transmitting. It's not, I want to say wireless, but it's not Wi-Fi. Stay away from the Wi-Fi stuff too. Those do not work. But it's RF transmission. It's RF transmission. And yeah, just sync them together. Your transmitter to your device, and you have stereo in your monitor. It's the same from the console perspective. It's the same thing as running wired in-ear or a monitor. You take a bus out, you take a plug in the back, 1/4 inch or XLR, and you send it to the device. I remote control the wing from the stage. What I want to do is be able to solo a channel, okay, and only hear that channel in my ear, okay, just like you only hear the solo channel when you use headphone. Actually, what you would need to do is to plug your headphone plug your in-ear system into the headphone out. So I believe it will be the aux 7 and 8 by default in the back of the wing. So if you want to solo in your in-ears, because I've done that before as a monitor engineer, I plug a wireless pack on me, put my headphone on. Instead of being like this right now, while I have my headphone plug in this corner of the console, instead of doing that and be wired to the console, I'm using a belt pack. That way I hear more like the artist would hear. And I'm also free to move and run around on the stage. I just plug my device in the solo output of the console. So that's the way that I go about that. I hope that answered your question, man. If you need more precision on that, or how to do it, do I have a video on how to set up solo stuff? I think it's on the list. I don't remember if I did it. Maybe I don't. No, I don't think I did a video about the solo thing, or if I do, I didn't talk about that. But yeah, the way to do it is just to, instead of using the phone out in the back, use aux 7 and 8 with your device. Could be wired in-ear, could be whatever. So if you solo something on the console, that would do it. The in-ear rack is on stage using XLR. Can I route aux 7 and 8 to the XLR output? Yes, that would work, actually. Okay, hold on. Let's see what our options are here. We're going to go into routing. We're going to go into output. You're probably going to use, well, if your XLR is on stage, you're probably going to use a pair of something else. You're probably going to use a pair of XLR that is on AES-50A. So we're going to go AES-50A here. And instead of, hold on, do I have the right output group? Sorry. Output group. In this section right here, you would select maybe 15 and 16 is your main out. Let's go with 13 and 14. Can we set that to be monitor? Yes, we can. You have two options. You have headphone monitor. So I think that would be the way to go. If I can unlock my patch, go like this, and go like this. This will send my solo stuff, or when you press solo on something, out to these bus. So 13 and 14. Sorry if I didn't answer your question correctly, man. But this is basically the way to go. You will have your other monitor, your other bus, probably here by default. Just for fun, fake a 4 in-ear system. +1, 3. Let's say that we have 4 in-ear here and you want the solo stuff yourself. You're going to plug your in-ear into 13, 14 or whatever other physical output that you want to use. And you're going to send here your monitor out. You have 2 options for monitor. You have solo A or B, depending on the channel, on how your channel is set. Probably stick to solo A for your need. That's going to do it. Great for that. So this is basically the way you can send the signal of the solo out to an XLR, if that answers your question. From Caleb, how to create a separate mix for online? Really good question. You have many options for that. I have a video where I cover how to question. Okay, question answered. Great. I'm happy. Good. Okay, create a separate mix for online. You have a couple decisions to take. How do you want your mix to be controlled? And how different do you want it to be from what you hear in the room? This is requiring some coffee energy. Okay. 2 main options. I'm going to play with word here. Using main 2 as your first option, or using a bus send. 2 different ways to do it, 2 different results. Using a main or a matrix, or actually 3 options. Using a main or main 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, actually there's no 5. Main 2, 3, 4. Here for your stream will allow you to do 2 things. You can mix your show in your main 1 for your room, and the move that you're going to do with the fader will affect both mix. If I'm selecting here a channel, in every single channel you can send a different amount of those channel into main 1 for your room, main 2, 3, 4 for your stream, and it will be affecting the signal post fader, meaning that if you play around with your bass drum level, it's gonna go up and down in both. You can create your own separate mix for that live stream that will follow your fader move at different level, but it's basically gonna follow whatever you do. If you want to run a bus that is pre-fader, what you can do with that is create a different bus that will be static or will be controllable like a in-ear mixes, so you can create a full mix with that bus and use that as your send to a stream. That way you have full control independently of what's going on in the room for your volume. In both cases, you actually share the EQ, the compression. You basically share the channel processing. But using a bus instead of a main out will give you control. Let's say you run an iPad to control your mix for your live stream. You just create a bus. You can use Wing Q. Is it MXQ? No. What's the version of the Wing MXQ? It's just called Wing Q. Wing Copilot? You can use Copilot. You can use Copilot on your iPad. Just create, I'm gonna go here with it doesn't want to let me go into demo mode, but anyhow. You can just use Wing Copilot and mix your stream. Somebody can mix your stream independently of what's going on. Or you can just create a static mix and just leave it like that, because most of the time for a live stream that will work. Once it's set, once your mix is right, just leave it as is. You don't need to manipulate it much. And you can also apply some compression and EQ on your bus main out for that stream. That way you can compete with, other level, get a really chunky mix going out. That will be one way to do it. Other than that, you can also do a split if you have a second console, you can do that. I also saw some people using the USB out of the console, route all the channel, all the preamp into something like Reaper, like Pro Tool, and create a different mix there. Not optimal, but also you have control over. You also have control over what's going on there with different EQ. Actually, this is the way to have different EQ and compression on every channel. You're basically going to use Reaper or a DAW of your choice to manipulate the sound. Or is there another way to do it? From Poncho here, really good question. Can you use the second EQ per channel to EQ it? Yes, but it will affect all your bus. It will affect your monitoring. So, yes, but no. It's not going to be totally independent. The way to be fully independent is to use another console, Midas M32C or a X32 Core will be a really good option to create a mix for a live stream. You just put that in your rack next to your computer, USB out of the M32C or X32 Core into your computer, and you can just create your own mix from there. You just plug AS50 out of your wing all the way into your M32C. Great option to do it. If your console is next to your computer and you have somebody with headphone that can mix that stream with a DAW, that will work. What else? Is there another way to do it? Yeah, you can use matrices if you want to send your main out directly, but it will be the same thing as you have in your room. And sometimes it doesn't reflect really well on live stream. What you want to do with that? So, yeah, I would say no, not a best case scenario. The bus scenario is the quickest and easy way to do it, I believe. If you set up a bus send like you would a monitor and just send that out to your stream. Other than that, you need to split and create separate mix. That will be another option. But there's there's 3 ways to do a separate mix for your stream. And you can just send it over USB. You can send it using port in the back with a 1.8 jack, stereo 1.8 jack into a computer. I've done it before. Not ideal, but that will work. And sometimes, when you think about the quality, the option quality that you have for stream nowadays, even if we are in 2022, what I'm doing now is broadcasting HD content. It's requiring a lot of bandwidth. I'm going to take a wild guess here that you want to create a live mix for something like a church or a room or a venue that probably doesn't pay a lot of money for their internet connection. If you don't have the upload speed, you cannot upload that big of a quality. Not that the sound qualities doesn't matter, actually. This is the easiest thing to get right, to broadcast really good sound quality. But if that's going to be turned down into 720p, 720p video, I think you're limited on Facebook and YouTube with 720p to the equivalent of MP3 128 broadcast. So don't try to overthink that. Try to make it really usable with the way that you want to mix it, but don't overthink the process of sending out a stream if you don't want to go through the problem of going with a second console or a DAW and just, do your thing on 2 separate worlds. Like basically like they do on TV. This is why they have broadcast truck with people with console, having split audio from the venue into a broadcast truck into the world that's sending out to something else, and sometimes the broadcast truck is only there to take the sound and they send it to the studio where there it's mixed. I remember a long time ago, one of my sound school teacher was doing sound for the hockey games. He had, I think it's 16 channel coming from the arena to the TV station, and they had microphone around the arena. They had commenters mic also independently coming in, and they had music from the DJ. So it was in the neighborhood of like 16 channel. Let's say 4 for commenters, so 2 main, 2 guesses, 12 mic around the venue, or 10 mic around the hockey arena, and 2 more for DJ stuff. And the organ, because in Montreal we're famous to have an organ in the roof. I've been there before. It's really funny when you are up there on the roof during a hockey game. Mr. Forrest, I did a 5-minute speech about that when at the beginning of the stream. Sorry, I'm gonna go quickly over this. Yes, there's an update coming soon. Yes, define soon. But I know there's some work in progress. I know I said that a lot, but this is the truth. I know there is some work in progress. I just don't know when it's gonna come out. But you guys probably want to wait until you guys probably want to wait until it's ready. But trust me, the console was not dropped. It's coming. Just give it some time. People work hard. They do the best they can with the resources that they have. That summarizes it a little bit. Yeah, I know being a user, and actually, hold on. Tobias, I'm sorry. I didn't acknowledge you. Thank you for the good word. I'm doing well. I'm getting better. If you didn't catch the beginning of the stream, I'm getting better. And I'm getting in shape. I'm getting back in shape. It's when I started that stream, I was like all over the place, but I feel it's slowly coming in. After 3 weeks of break, it's slowly coming in. Gotta get back into it. Yeah. Slowly coming back in. Do you guys have any more questions? I know it's been a long time since I've did a live stream. I just don't want to make it boring to watch. If you guys don't have any question, I'm gonna call it off. Usually when I say that, this is where I get 20 questions popping up. But let me know if you guys have any more question about the wing, live sound, whatever other subject that we can talk about, which is pretty much everything now. Let me know. We're here to have fun. This is the a friend of mine, as a singer in a band that I'm working with, said, "Hi Zach, if you're watching." Once said, "I can't believe there is a channel on YouTube where sound guys just go hang out and geek out about stuff." Hi. This is all of us. All 11 of us right now in the chat. We're just sound guy or sound enthusiast having fun with toys. Talking about this, you twisted minds. Having around with our toys. And actually, I used to say to my girlfriend all the time, boys don't grow up. It's just the price of their toys that changed. So yeah, I have my toys. I like to play around with my toys on the internet. And can't believe it, I'm saying that. Yeah, basically that's what we're doing here. We're just a bunch of sound engineer, have fun with our toys on the internet. Do you have a video on how you program the MIDI into your live intro and outro? That's 3 things, okay? And I'm really good at playing with my toys on the internet. Thank you, Pancho. Really appreciate that. Do you have a video on how you program the MIDI for your intro and outro? I don't think I have a video about that. That's a really good suggestion. I'm gonna write it down. But it has more to do with OBS than it does the console. What I'm doing with the console. Let me show you guys what I'm doing with the console. I'm running a custom control where I have knobs. I'm just pressing button here. I have my live intro. It's intro and live, so it's just a single knob that send out an information to OBS. Well, they're all basically just a single knob that represent a click in OBS. Most of the work happened in OBS where I just click one knob, it's trigger an action in the software, and in the software, this is the software that's doing everything. You know, when I'm pressing the live or outro, or I have the music stop here, no more background music. I'm just triggering something in the software. The console doesn't do anything. It just sends out a MIDI note that represent like if I were to click on something in the software. Like for my live, when I click intro, it's sending me into a scene. It's sending me into scene 1 of OBS. Scene 1 is, as soon as it switched to scene 1, it's enabled my live stream. I just start streaming. It's running an intro, a media intro to the intro of the show. It just also run that right away. It's after a few seconds switch to a different scene, which is my first scene with the the icon popping up, and after that it's changing to my scene that is called talking. So this is the one that I'm on right now, but it's one action that is done with pre-programmed command over time that lead to a final stop. The final stop of those action is switching to my talking camera. After that, everything that is automated stop, and I just personally switch between the cameras. Let's go, just for fun. I'm gonna run the intro again. You guys can see, you guys will see what's happening, and after a while, I'm gonna show you basically the sequence. So right now, okay, usually at the beginning I have a black screen. I'm not gonna go there, black screen. I'm just gonna press that one knob, and you'll see everything rolling. Let's go for intro again. One knob, press, send the intro. After that, once the intro is done, it switched to a different scene. You saw my name popping in the back here. You have the icon. And after that, it's going to switch again to another scene right now. I switched to another scene, which is this camera also. So you cannot see it. And it just go one through another. Now I'm back into manual mode. The sequence of action has stopped in OBS. But it's not, it's not done on the console side. The console is just one knob trigger. All of that happened with one knob. Everything else is done through the software. And it's the same thing for the outro. When I press the outro button, it just send the outro after, I think the outro is 12 seconds. I think after 14 seconds, it stopped the live stream because I gave it a buffer there. So it's outro, it switched the scene, it's cutting off my camera, killing off my mic, and it's just stopped. The stream is stopping. And actually it stopped only the stream for me. It doesn't stop it on YouTube, so that way if I have a connection problem, it's not gonna stop the live stream on YouTube. It's just not gonna send any more information to YouTube, which is two different things when you stream. You can set your stream to end after a while with no data, but me because I experienced some problem until I kill it on YouTube. I need to physically go to the computer that is all the way up there and killing it on YouTube. Otherwise, it just keep on streaming. So I don't have a video on how to program my stuff, but it's basically, I just showed you everything. Everything else is happening on OBS. I don't know if I really want to go into the OBS tutorial territory. I don't know how to speak English anymore. But what are the two options? This is basically what I do. I hope that I answered your question, Eamon. Really appreciate it. Not much going on in the chat, guys. I will call it a stream for now. I'm a little bit tired. I have some stuff to do. I need to get, even if I took 2 weeks off, pretty much sleeping, I still have some stuff to do around the house. I still have some grass to cut, because it's a beautiful day outside. It's 22 degrees Celsius. I'm gonna try to enjoy that before I go to work after that. Guys, thank you for being here. I really appreciate the fact that you come here. The 150-ish of you guys that watch this in playback, thank you so much. Comment down below. Make the algorithm know that we're here. We are not a lot. We are a few good people hang out together. Thank you, Eamon. Thank you, Ian McKenzie. Thank you, Tobias, for joining in. Thank you for being a member. If you guys would like to support me in what I do, think about becoming a member of the channel. It means a lot to me. You have 2 tiers, just a regular member, just to throw me a couple pennies a month. You can also become a super member where you have access to this setup into private session. When you are a private member, I give you 1 hour of one-on-one lesson. I just don't know how to call it. I give you 1 hour of my time where we can do a video call, talk to each other, and you can also flash your green name in your member icon in the chat, and you also have access to a image of my face that you can spend in the chat when you are a member or a super member. But if you guys want to help me that way, you can. Otherwise, if you want to send me some pennies over PayPal, my PayPal address is in the bottom. If you want to have a talk with me without any financial investment, you can always send me an email. You have my website. I reply to every single comment that you guys leave on the video. If I feel like I need to reply to it, I do most of the time. But now, for real. Until the next one, next Monday, I hope so. I don't want to get into another accident or life-threatening event. Please. Life. Knocking on wood that everything's going to be fine. And I will see you guys next day. Next Monday. I'm tired. I think I need to rest. Please, take care of yourself. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.